Taekwondo, the Korean martial arts, has gained popularity across the globe, especially since it became an Olympic sport in the year 2000. Its emphasis on kicks, blocks and self-defense, along with its focus on discipline, self-control and respect, has attracted practitioners of all backgrounds. One of them is Claudia Cárdenas from Ecuador. She is a multiple Bolivarian, South American, Pan American and world medalist. She founded her own dojang as well, and then in 2020 she came to South Korea and she now works for World Taekwondo, the international federation governing the sport of Taekwondo. I'm delighted to say that she has dropped by our studio today for this week's Touch Base Insult. Tell us more about her story. Miss Cárdenas, hello and welcome to the show.
Hello, thank you for having me.
Well, thank you for being with us here today. Let's dive right in. Can you tell us about your story regarding Taekwondo? How did you begin? How did you first discover Taekwondo?
Well, I was born in the south part of Ecuador, and my family decided to move to the capital city. So once we moved there, I like to say that Taekwondo found me because we were living in the second floor of an apartment building, and in the first floor there was an empty space for rental. And one day my mom told me, "Hey, can you go and buy some bread and milk for breakfast?" And I say, "Sure, Mom." So I went out of my house, and when I went down the stairs, I found this Taekwondo dojang in this empty space.
Wow, okay, so dojang moved into the floor below where you lived?
Yes, exactly. So I was shocked. I saw it, and yeah, I like to say I fall in love with it because I was really impressed. And I saw little kids doing punching and doing kihap, like ha, ha. And I was like, oh, I want to do that. So I went back home and I told my mom, like, please, please, please let me practice this sport. I didn't even know the name of the sport.
Right.
And my mom say, where is the bread and the milk? And I was, sure, yeah, I'll be back. And yeah, after that, my mom got me in Taekwondo training.
That's a great story. So
Yes.
how old were you at the time?
I was 10 years old.
You were 10 years old and you never heard of Taekwondo before then?
No, not even the name of it.
Okay,
Yes.
okay. But then you saw it, you were like, I've got to try that. And then when you began, what was it like?
Oh, I love it. For me, it was very joyful. And I like it because they didn't only teach us how to kick or how to punch, but also they made us repeat the tenets of Taekwondo every time. So that got into me since I was very young.
Okay, when you say the tenets, what do you mean?
Tenets, courtesy, integrity, perseverance, self-control, and indomitable spirit. I know them in English now, but I used to say it in Spanish every time.
Right, so that's essentially a sort of a motto, a way to live as you practice Taekwondo. It is, as you said, repeated everywhere around the world. And it appeared that you were very good at it as well. You started entering competitions and you were winning them.
Yes, I entered the national team in 2009, which was 5 years after I started. And I started competing for my country in several competitions around the world.
What was it like competing like that at a level where you're winning competitions?
At the beginning, I was very nervous, but as I gained more experience, it got more joyful than actually nervous. And yeah, I think my major achievements are the 2 world medals, and my last one, that was the bronze medal at the Pan American Games, which was already 5 years ago. Yeah.
Okay. What do you think, was it about you that made you so good at this? Was it something you found you were naturally talented at, or was it something you worked at because you loved it so much? What was it?
I think it's a combination, but mostly it's because I love it. I really enjoy every training. For me, it was not like, oh, I have to go for training because I have to win this competition. No, for me it was, I want to go to training because I love this.
At the same time, understand that you were still able to hold down your studies as well, earning a full scholarship eventually in engineering and then graduating with a degree in environmental engineering with a summa cum laude distinction, no less. That sounds mightily impressive. How did you do all that? How did you juggle studying as well as finding time to be an athlete competing around the world?
I think it's a combination of the love and passion I have for Taekwondo, plus discipline and time management. And I think both of them, discipline and organization of my time, was given by Taekwondo, because I was taught discipline since I started. So I think it's a combination of that. And I really like learning, so that also helped.
Okay, but Taekwondo helped you learn discipline as well. And then I understand that you even established your own dojang eventually.
Yes, I started my Taekwondo school in 2018 with the passion to teach this tool to the kids, to the children in Ecuador. I think Taekwondo has done for me a lot, and I want to be able to share that with children and youth in Ecuador.
Right, it's called Himchari Dojang.
Yes.
How has it been running that dojang when you opened it, when kids started coming in and learning? How did it feel?
It's very interesting because you can see different situations. For example, you see kids that really love it and they have the same passion as I had. So they want to go every day, they want to go there every day and to be training all the time. Even their parents tell us that. And regarding the management of the dojo, I really like it, but right now it's a bit difficult because I'm abroad.
Of course.
But I have a very good team, so it keeps running.
Well, it sounds great.
Yeah.
As you said, you're here now in South Korea. You came in 2020. How did that come about?
Oh, I applied for a scholarship in sport administration because I really wanted to go deep in sports. So I came here with that scholarship, and it was 2 years in Seoul National University. And then I graduated and I started an internship in World Taekwondo.
Right, so you're working for World Taekwondo at the moment. You are coordinator for the, I believe, World Taekwondo Cares program.
Exactly.
Can you tell us more about that?
Yes, well, my job started as an internship, but now I'm working there full time. And the World Taekwondo Cares program is a social responsibility program for developing countries. The target is to use Taekwondo as a tool for development and to use it as a sport for all. So I am the coordinator of that, and I really like it because it helps vulnerable communities through Taekwondo, like orphans and women victims of violence, reformatory inmates. So we provide them with Taekwondo equipment and Taekwondo training, so as a tool for empowerment.
That sounds amazing. So you said you came to Korea on a scholarship for sports management. So that's where you want to go then. You want to perhaps continue working, I guess, for Taekwondo then, not just be an athlete and running your own dojang, but you want to perhaps even move your way up in the Taekwondo world behind the scenes.
Yeah, probably. I really like Taekwondo, so I've been an athlete, I've been a coach, I've been around in different roles, and right now I have the opportunity to be the manager, the administrator of this program, and yeah, I want to keep doing that. I'm also involved in sustainability and integrity initiatives, which I really like, so I think it aligns perfectly with what I love.
Indeed, that fits into your degree in environmental engineering then, I'm guessing.
Sure.
So then, looking ahead then, what are your future plans? You said you've working here with a World Taekwondo, but looking further ahead, what do you want to do?
I want to keep working with World Taekwondo because it gives me a position where I can make changes. But still, I also have this desire to continue with my Taekwondo school in Ecuador and maybe open more schools in Ecuador to provide this education to youth there.
Well, I wish you luck on everything. It sounds like you will have a lot of ambitions, but it sounds like you will be able to, I'm sure, achieve them all. You sound very driven and you sound like you've done so much already. I wouldn't put it past you. It's been absolutely fantastic to talk to you and learn about your story today. We're going to have to leave it there. We've been speaking to Claudia Cárdenas from Ecuador. Thank you once again for your time today, and we really appreciate it.
Thank you so much.